Hello, welcome back to Creative's Kitchen. Today we have some goat meat here, which is they hold the lamb with it's lamb, but they call it goat because it's a whole lamb. So we're gonna do some curry goat today, and this is about this just like that, cut in small pieces. So what we're gonna do with this curry goat today, now I'm gonna do some Jamaican curry goat. And we have all the ingredients here that we're going to use. So here is two large onion, 3 cloves of garlic, a small piece of ginger, and some curry powder, and some allspice, all-purpose seasoning allspice. Grounded allspice is the one that is round and you grind it, and it doesn't have any. It's like a seed, and that's the allspice. And then we have all-purpose seasoning. We have some mixed herb and some chili powder. So I'm gonna get started with my curry goat. So what we're gonna do first, I'm gonna pour, which is 3 teaspoons of all-purpose seasoning into my goat, and some chili powder, which is 1 teaspoonful of chili powder. So with my curry goat, what I do, I marinate the goat meat. So I season it, put in the fridge overnight, and leave a nice spice to soak into the curry goat. And this is the grounded allspice, 1 teaspoon. And then I'm gonna add my mixed herb, which is 1.5 teaspoonful of mixed herb, and my curry powder. So this is 3 teaspoonful of curry powder, and I'm adding this, and when I'm cooking it, I'm gonna add another 2 teaspoons. So now guys, as we put all our powder season into our curry goat, we're gonna move this curry goat from here and chop the garlic and all the other spice to add it to it. So first, before I move it, here is some fresh thyme from the garden. All we need to do is just break that as it is. When it cooks, you take that out. So I'm gonna rub that in when I chop the onion and the chili pepper. So we remove that from here. And these are some potatoes that I'm gonna use later on, and the ginger. So we're gonna get these 3 chopped to add it to our curry goat, and now we're gonna chop these. Jamaican use Scotch bonnet pepper. I don't have any Scotch bonnet pepper, so I'm gonna use this one. It's not the same as the Scotch bonnet, because what the Scotch bonnet pepper does, you have a nice flavor towards it, and it's it smells gorgeous, really lovely. So now guys, we move our chopping board and put back the curry goat. And this is how I saw my grandma do with her curry goat. She put every single thing together, and you just keep rubbing it in, because when you do this with your hand, it's like you work the spice into the meat, and it brings out that nice flavor. So this is our curry goat, and we're gonna get this cooking now. So you put that in the fridge for overnight, and in the morning you get up and you start cooking your curry goat. We're gonna chop our garlic, and it's 3 large cloves of garlic, and we just chop our garlic in. So now we are going to add our garlic to the oil, and just give the garlic a little fry in the oil. There you go, it start to turn it brown. So we're gonna add our curry goat. So when you put your curry goat in the fridge, now I'll take my curry goat out of the fridge, you put a foil wrap over it, which is a plastic type foil wrap, so you keep it very tight. So you take that off now, and we're gonna pour all this into the pan. Just like that. And all our little bits to stand. So guys, I'm gonna add some more curry to our meat because it's a little bit pale, and this is the curry I use, Jamaican curry powder, and you can use a bit of turmeric with it as well, which I did with the curry powder. So you just, this is 1 teaspoon, so I had another 2 teaspoons while it's on the cooker. I'm just gonna mix that in and cover it again, leave it in a low flame to slowly sweat with the onion and the and all the spice that in it. And we're gonna add a teaspoon of salt. So you just add a teaspoon of salt to bring up the flavor. So you sprinkle that over it, and you stir that in as well. Now we're gonna cover and leave to simmer. Then we are going to add our water. So guys, we are going to take our lid off now and check on our curry goat to make sure it is cooking. And as you can see, it's cooking in the meantime. So what we're going to do now, like it start cooking nicely, you take your lid off and add some water to it. See, it's nicely cooking. So I'm adding 1/4 cup of boiling water. Curry goat take a very long time to cook. Depends as well on the type of goat you get. So what I'm going to do, you leave this to cook on a low flame. Don't rush it. Just leave it to slowly cook on a low flame. And when this is near to cook, we're gonna add some more onions. What type of meat is it? But regular curry goat takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes or 1 hour and 15 minutes, depends on the type of goat you buy. So I'm not gonna say I know how long it takes to cook. It's just depend on the meat and how old the sheep is or the goat is. So now we're leaving this to cook. And as this is cooking, I'm gonna chop my vegetables that are gonna go with the meal. So I'm doing curry goat, vegetables and rice today. So we are now going to check on our curry goat. As you can see, the water is boiled down, but the curry goat is still not cooked. It's halfway through. And we have this on for about 35 minutes. And it's halfway through. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another cup of water to our curry goat. And then we're going to add our potato. And this potato will cook into the curry goat and give some lovely gravy. And if it's still not cooked, we'll add another cup. Eat our meat nice and tender. We don't want any rubbery meat to eat. Our curry goat is into the final stage, guys. It's I didn't leave it for 30 minutes. I leave it's 20 minutes, and I realized the water is going down. So what I'm gonna do, I'll add some more water, some more onion. So we're adding another chopped onion. So this is the end of the cooking of the curry goat now. And I'm going to add 1 more teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning because you need a bit more. Some ground ginger powder, say about 1/2 teaspoon. more than half, about a teaspoon, sorry. I'm just judging that one because it's something that you have to sprinkle. And you can see how the gravy is getting thick. So this is what the potato does, it make a nice thick gravy. And we're gonna add some more chili powder too. And another teaspoon of herb. So we already had 2 teaspoons of herb, and we're gonna add another one. Because you want your curry goat to be tasty and delicious. And we're going to add another 3/4 cup of water. And I believe this will be cooked by the time that water is boiled down. So while this season that we put in is cooked, that water should be boiled down to gravy, and then we're gonna remove it from the cooker. So now we're gonna place our lid on the cooker and I'll give it another 15 minutes. So we leave that to cook for another 15 minutes. So in total at the moment, I checked, we have 45 minutes cooking time already. And I'm giving it another 15 minutes. Hopefully by then it'll cook. So this meat is cooked quicker than I thought it would. But we're gonna check on this curry goat now if it's finished. And as you can see, I have a nicely thick gravy in it. And it's now done, so we're gonna remove this and we're gonna cook some white rice to go with this curry goat. So it's now finished, and we're gonna move this from the cooker and cook with vegetables and our white rice. Well, this is the vegetables we're gonna use with the curry goat, and we're gonna cook these vegetables. So we have some corn here, frozen corn, and 3 carrots and some green beans, and we're gonna cut our green beans head off. Right. We're going to cook our vegetables now, and this is how I cook the vegetable, which is the green beans, the carrot, and the corn. No spice, just some butter. Let your butter melt. So you put all the carrot in there. Now we had your green peas into you let all these cook together. Please don't add any water to this pan. Let the vegetable cook in its own water. We'll leave that to cook. You can put the lid on, you can just leave it for about 6 minutes. Depends on how tender you want your vegetables. Now the dinner is finished and I'm just serving everybody the tea, and it's a really big bowl what we're gonna dig in tonight and have a good time. So this is my tea. I'm just gonna sip. And now I'm gonna try this meat. This is good, really good.